What is the key clause in an R&D agreement? What's R&D mean? Stick around and I'll tell you. G'day everyone, Simon here. So you want to know what the most important clause in an R&D agreement is, and in fact you want to know what an R&D agreement is? Well, stick around and I'll tell you. So here it is. An R&D agreement means research and development agreement, and that is where you engage someone to do research for you, or you are the researcher and someone is paying you to do research for them. So what is the one key clause in that agreement that you would be worried about if you're the researcher, and in fact if you're the other party engaging the researcher? Well, that is IP, the intellectual property. Who owns the IP? That is usually the most fundamental issue, and the secondary issue is what rights does the researcher have in any pre-existing IP. So let's give you an example. Let's say you are a company and you've developed something like, GMO wheat, so genetically modified wheat, and you want to pay a researcher to do further research on your wheat. Two issues you've got, if I can put my fingers up quickly. Two issues. Done it again. What rights does the researcher have in any new IP? And secondly, what rights does the researcher have to use your current IP? So in the research and development agreement, you want to do two things. You want to grant the researcher the right to use your IP, but only for the purposes of research, not for commercialization or anything like that. And then you want to make sure that when the researcher has developed IP, that you own the IP in any research they develop. Now, usually that's okay because you as the entity are paying the researcher to do the research, and therefore they're usually happy to give you or let you retain the ownership in that new IP, or the IP that's been developed from the research. And don't forget that most researchers, actually all they care about is doing good research, good quality research, to get so that they can get something published, to get a doctorate or masters or whatever it is. And so their major concern is twofold: getting paid to do the research, and then once they have done the research, being able to publish their findings. And that usually doesn't conflict with a commercial entity who is paying for the research, because all they care about is getting their technology or their IP further developed by that research. So they pay the money, they own any new IP that's developed by the researcher. So they're happy. They get now potentially a commercially viable product or a refinement to their pre-existing product based on the research done. And the researcher is happy because they get paid to do research and they can publish their results. Win-win. Perfect outcome if you get any sort of negotiation course. Anyway, I hope that helps. If you have any questions, please feel free to get in touch.